There's going 200 mil on him, and you can see that the figures are exactly the same. It caps it on RuneLite.
This past week, something nefarious has been taking place at the duel arena. Thousands of Ice Plateau teleports have been littering the ground. In today's video, I have an exclusive interview with the Singles Clan responsible for dropping these teleports. In just 3 days, they were able to make nearly 2 billion GP. The clan is called Solid Tag, and they are the real deal. They're not like Frontline, they're not like Kanini, those guys can't compete. Solid Tag is where it's at, and you're gonna see that in this interview. So buckle up because we have a lot to talk about. 25 seconds. The best way to support me is to like this video, but my girlfriend and I are creating RuneScape figurines out of high grade resin. They're super smooth, they feel like a glass or a ceramic, and they're really heavy. The next drop is Vorkas. They ship at the end of this month. We also have Jads up for pre-order again. We sold out the first batch that we made, so now the second batch will be done end of November alongside KBDs. If you're thinking about Christmas, now's the time. We don't make very many of these things because I work full-time and she's in university. Thank you so much. Let's get on with the video. Cool. Okay, so I'm really curious about how this lure actually worked.
Pretty much where the Ice Plateau teleport has just been coming into the game, Jagex didn't implement it like they've done with other tablets. Other tablets, like the Cemetery tablet, you can actually break the tablet and it used to have a warning message, but Jagex have removed that warning message from these new tablets. So what we do is we take the tablets, get a lot of them, so we've dropped probably around 8,000 tablets in the past 3 days, and we have 2 accounts at the duel arena. One of them has all of the tablets in their inventory, and another one trades the other account, takes 1 tablet and drops them all around the duel arena. Eventually, where we've dropped so many, eventually someone will just click on the floor as they're just moving about trying to find a stake, pick up the tablet, you might be curious, and you're trying to catch that 0.5% of the game, which are sort of PVMers that maybe not really know about what the tablet actually does and where it takes you.
Should we actually try? No shit, it's wildy. No shit, it's wildy. I know it's fucking wildy. But people actually smart for dropping in that arena. You will get confirmation. No. Are you sure? Okay. You fucking ram. You actually brain. Kill me quick. I thought I was actually gonna get a warning message. I swear to God. No, my God. Oh my God.
They sent me a big album full of the loots that they got from these stakers. You can see it's hundreds of millions worth of GP. But furthermore, you can even see in the chat some of these stakers, whip 10 to 35 mil, DDS, and whip 9 mil. So these guys were coming up from the duel arena and they were just slaughtering them for their GP. That leads me into my next question. But how much money did you actually manage to make off this? You said you only did it for 3 days, right?
Yeah, it was only for 3 days. So the first day obviously was the best. We managed to get around 1.7 bill over the course of the 3 days. We haven't sold any of our gold at all. I don't sell gold whatsoever, and neither does any of my friends. But obviously, after the Behemoth video when it came out, it kind of just went downhill.
Just so you're aware, Behemoth a few days ago uploaded a video of streamers getting lured by this method, and that's what he's referring to here. We're going to talk about later the misconceptions that people thought about this lure when they originally saw that video.
So we made 1.7 bill over the 3 days. The first day we got around the bill, and then over the next 2 days we kind of got the same.
It probably got like more trolly the longer it went on, right?
Yeah, after the Behemoth video, we had people that were trying to be copycats. A lot of people just came up trying to copycat us and troll us. I've lost count the amount of people came up just like pretending to be like ping 500 bill and whipping 200 bill. We also had some other people that were quite smart. I don't know if you understand about the RuneLite plugin. So with the RuneLite loot tracker, you can actually see how much loot you get, and with coins it only shows a certain amount, so it only shows like 65k I think it is, or it's like 65,535. It's like the maximum cash that's actually shown on the RuneLite. So what we was doing is we was looking at our RuneLite trackers, and then you could see that there's coins on the floor, and there's 65,535 GP on the floor, and then you click on that and then it could be like 300 million. Some people would like tally up with that, it's like 66k coins. They're trying to troll us.
And then you get into the problem too, there's only one world that people really stake on.
Exactly. So world 302, we did try it in another world, 365. So 365 is a non+1 world, so you can't protect the item. But then that's when you're sort of starting to manipulate people, which I don't like. Honestly, we caught, like so many scammers at the duel arena. You have no idea. Probably 80% of the people that actually tallied up were like body scammers. So like they was wearing like Torag bodies or like food scammers. Some of them had like food in their invent. Like some guy gave us a tank test all the way to like 44 port.
Can you tell me a little bit about that again, though? Like the actual other teams that were coming in and trying to crash you and trying to take your world from you, because obviously it's only World 302 that you can do this on. Like, how did you keep them away?
So we locked down World 302, obviously because the duel arena, some other people stake on other worlds, but it's not really significant. So we locked down the spot on the first day and we had no one come up at all. And that's where we made most of the money because we was there for basically maybe 20 hours without competing whatsoever. We was just dropping the tabs and no one else even understood what we was doing. I don't think the other teams even knew. And then some other teams got the idea that they was, oh look, they're making loads of money. Maybe we should try and do something about this. Now, they came up in rags. So they mass tellied up with crystal bows with no items on and just started crystal bowing when we was PKing at that spot. So then how do you sort of respond to that really? So that's what we just started to start fighting them back in the same sort of setups they were in. We was fighting there for maybe around 8 hours before they decided actually these guys are not going to go. So they ended up breaking in a way and they left. We also had like a few small streamers sort of come up and just sort of like try and PK there as well. They ended up leaving after a while. You know, they couldn't keep up with how much we were determined in keeping this place locked down.
For those 3 days, was this like a 24/7 operation or?
So obviously because there was 4 of us, we didn't really do like a shift or anything like that. We're not that nerdy. You know, I don't want to base myself at one spot in a pixelated 2000 paint game for 24 hours a day, you know. I need to go and eat. I have a girlfriend. I have a job. I just saw an incentive to make money at that point and lock down that location for the best part of my ability.
What was it like to actually be in the Discord call with your friends when somebody teleported in?
Obviously, you know, it's such a great hype in a way. But it's also not, because there was a lot of people that managed to get out, which was quite surprising, really. A lot of people sort of had the reaction time, really, when they teleport up, that they can hit the logout timer. And how the game mechanics work is that they automatically get the PID on the logout. So that's what happened in the streamable. He literally got tellied. And then my friend was like spam clicking the spot. And so he was teleporting on, because it teleports in a 3x3. So when they teleport to Ice Plat, I've got all of the tiles marked on my screen. And I also have a RuneLight plugin that shows when they teleport up. So it has like a tile indicator. It's a normal plugin, you're allowed to use it, but it actually shows them teleporting up.
Yeah, that's smart about the RuneLight plugin actually, so you don't miss them.
Yeah, because otherwise you could have 2 people teleport up at the same time and they could be underneath each other and you can't see their names. I really wish I recorded like the 900 mil one. Oh my god. He was the only person that typed in game. He just sort of went, oh fuck. He's like, oh shit. And then he just like started running. And then we're like, okay, he's trolling, you know, like he's loads of people were doing that, you know. And he's like, oh shit, oh shit. And then he started running north, like deeper into the wilderness. So it didn't make any sense. So they were just like, where are you going? It was like, it's a troll. And then like, yeah, my friend ended up right clicking. He's like, oh, 65k. I'm like, okay then. And then he picked it up and he's like, no! Started like going crazy.
How did you guys even manage to come up with this lure?
So there was another lurer and he was trying to trick people farming Zora to use the ice plateau teleports. And one of our friends got approached by him, but we quickly realised this is a better way to milk the method. I know a lot of people said in the Behemoth video that we targeted streamers, and that's completely false. I saw one clip on the video where some guy dropped his cash stack at the arena and then proceeded to click the teleport. And then he's like, oh look, there's other people going to pick up the cash. Like, how can we understand that we're going to pick up that money from that exact spot that he teleported in when we're all up at level 50 wilderness waiting for someone to come up? It's only 4 of us. There wasn't a whole team. We just locked it down. We just understood that this is our spot. Other teams try and contend and they can't compete. We was there first, so they was just too slow.
Do you have a history with luring?
No, not at all. This is the first thing that I've sort of done, which is on that sort of basis in a way.
Now, Jagex has actually gone ahead and made a fix on this Ice Plateau teleport. so people can't do this anymore. They released the tab on the 30th of September, and just a day after I recorded the interview with this singles clan, Jagex actually made it so it now gives you a warning when you right click on it and break it. They made it work like all the other wilderness teleport tabs in the game. I have no clue how they slipped up on this one when they were introducing it into the game, but it just shows how such a small thing can lead to players losing GP. And so if you're going to take anything away from this, if someone gives you a teleport tab or a Pharaoh scepter, whatever it is, and you're not sure what that item does or where that item's going to take you, put your GP away first before you use it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A big thank you to the person coming forward to me and letting me share his story. Don't forget about those RuneScape figurines, they go fast, link is in the description, and until next time, love, peace, and chicken grease.